Welcome. This channel is brought to you by Double Six. I'm a rich, wealthy, 6'2" black, red pill Sigma man from South London. On this channel, I discuss money, cars, women and children. These are the topics that dominate all men's lives. I'm an authority on these topics and I want to share my stories and expertise with you. In my first series of videos, I spoke to you about mastering the keys to personal success. One of my keynote videos was mastering your dark side. As you explore these topics on how to achieve personal success, I start to thrash out more and more competencies required to be a success. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to detect betrayal in your life. I want you to stay tuned towards the end of this video where I give you one killer tip on how to detect betrayal. So I'll see you on the other side so we can begin to untangle this. Live is to suffer. Life is a battle for territory. World owes you nothing. You have to take what you want. Once you've taken it, you have to guard it, sometimes by risking your life. If you don't have any enemies, then you're not a threat. You're a harmless little beta out here. Harmless man isn't a good man, he's a useless man. Beta soul is doomed to achieving greatness. There's no virtue in harmlessness. Real virtue is knowing that you have the capability to be a monster, but more significantly, choosing not to be. If you're a harmless man, then you're not a good man. Good man is a very, very dangerous man with control over his emotions. I create these videos to help people become more deadly and more dangerous and achieve personal success. But in order to do this, you have to be able to detect people who are likely to betray you or imminently going to betray you. Let me tell you, if you're not capable of detecting betrayal, then you will absolutely be a victim of somebody who plans to betray you. Have you ever been betrayed? Have you ever wished you could see it coming? I'm telling you, I've been betrayed 3 times that I can recall. Once, I saw it coming. Twice, I didn't see it coming. All 3 instances, I was left feeling weak to my knees and sick to my stomach. Betrayal is easy to miss if you don't know what to look for. So I wanted to make this video to help you detect and avoid betrayal in your life. Let's start with the definition of betrayal. Betrayal is a sense of being harmed by the intentional actions or omissions of a trusted person. That person has to be a key person and is trusted in your life. Most common forms of betrayal are harmful disclosures of confidential information, disloyalty, infidelity, and dishonesty. It can be traumatic and cause considerable distress in your life. Emotional effects of betrayal can include shock, loss, grief, damaged self-esteem, self-doubting, anger. Worst sickness in life is worry. I always say this. Worst disease a human can suffer is bad mind. For those of you in the cheap seats, bad mind is envy. And the deadliest wound you can suffer is betrayal. Mother effing betrayal. There is nothing more psychologically devastating than having someone you loved, cared about, trusted with your life, and sometimes would have died for, use your love and trust, which you have for them, against you, to stab you in the back for their own gain, or simply just to see you fail. I'm all for the rise above, but unless you have actually experienced severe loss from betrayal, you really don't know what it feels like at all. We can talk tough, but betrayal is beyond evil and extremely damaging psychologically. I've been betrayed in this way, and I can step up to the altar and testify it was the worst wound that I've ever suffered in my life. I measure this wound by the time it takes for recovery from the act of betrayal. Betrayal in my life has taken the longest time to heal from all of the physical and emotional distress I've ever suffered in my life. I was betrayed recently by 2 of the closest people to me, 2 females. Go figure. One betrayed my confidence and the other revealed my deepest secrets to my enemies. Codes to the back security door to the castle were given out on blast. I was left feeling like crap for months, maybe even a year or two. I was left with the feeling of depression and revenge. These are the feelings that overcome me when I think about the scenario of how I was betrayed. At the start of most of my videos, I say to live is to suffer. Nothing more rings true to this statement than when you're betrayed. In this video, I'm going to take you through some levels of thinking. We'll explore 2 areas of betrayal, and those will be: number 1, what types of people betray you. Number 2, I will introduce you to the betrayal triangle. This is a tool I use to analyze and put persons into categories likely to betray you. And I'll finish with 1 killer tip on how to detect betrayal, so stay tuned near the end of this video. If you want to share some instances where you've been betrayed, please share these in the comment section below. I'm creating the content to help you, but I can also learn from others too. So engage with me where possible to share the knowledge you have. Before I hit you with more science, let me big up some of the sponsors. Let me take some time to interrupt the important information and big up the channel sponsor Cashapp Shipping. Cashapp Shipping is a London-based freight forwarding service that exports personal effects, household goods, vehicle and machinery to all islands of the Eastern Caribbean, including Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, just to name a few. They have a fantastic online booking service for collections and deliveries within the London area, so check out Cashapp Shipping Services. The link will be in the description below. To the script. Once I started thinking about the topic of this video, my mind dives into the subject. It became apparently clear that one video alone cannot explore this topic to provide you with the tools to navigate and survive betrayal. Betrayal can be set into 3 categories. Number 1, betrayal from a spouse, a woman you lie down with at night. Number 2, betrayal from your children, parents, brother or sister. Number 3, betrayal from close friends, associates and enemies. First 2 cut particularly more deeply than most. So I'm not going to cover betrayal from your spouse and very, very close family members like your children. This will need another set of videos that I'll drop later and make a series out of it, In this video, I'm going to start with the easy one and cover item number 3, how to detect betrayal from close friends, associates and enemies. Toxicity of betrayal can take months or years to get over. Some people are scarred for life from betrayal. I think I'm one of those persons who are scarred for life from betrayal. You don't have to be a high-value man or woman to be betrayed. You don't need lots of money or to be a crazy success. All types of people from all walks of life are open to being betrayed. If your eyes are open and you have life, you are susceptible to being betrayed. So because this emotional act is so hard on you, I'm here to try to help you protect yourself. So let's untangle this more. Number 1, what types of people betray you? Let's cover this. Life is an endless battle of conflict, and you cannot fight effectively if you cannot identify your enemies and detect betrayal from people close to you. I'm not particularly religious, but if you watch my videos, I always like to turn to the scriptures. So many civilians look to the scriptures for guidance, so I like to use this as a baseline to start putting my ideas across to you. Greatest symbol of betrayal, the cross. According to the scripture, betrayal led to the killing of the Son of God, Jesus Christ. According to the Gospel of John, Jesus informed his disciples during the Last Supper that one of them will betray him. When they asked who it would be, Jesus said, "It will be the one whom I give this piece of bread, and when I have dipped it in this dish." He then dipped a piece of bread in a dish and handed it to Judas. After Judas received the piece of bread, Satan entered into him. Judas then went out on his own to the priests of the temple and offered to betray Jesus in exchange for money, 30 pieces of silver. Judas led soldiers to the place where he identified Jesus by kissing him on the cheek and calling him Rabbi. Judas immediately regretted his actions and returned the 30 pieces of silver to temple authorities, saying, "I have sinned by betraying innocent blood." When the authorities dismissed him, Judas left the coins on the floor and committed suicide by hanging himself. Jesus was crucified on the cross, and to this day, the cross is the most popular symbol of betrayal on the planet Earth. There are two types of people you should keep close to you: your friends and your enemies. However, the Godfather rule states you should always keep your enemies closer than your friends. Here's the thing about betrayal. Betrayal always comes from people that you are closest to. So there's only two types of people that can betray you. If you follow the Godfather rule and keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and we've established that the only people closest to you can betray you, then betrayal can only come from your friends and family or your enemies. If you want to share some instances where you've been betrayed, please share these in the comment section below. I'm creating the content to help you, but I can also learn from others too. So engage with me where possible to share the knowledge that you have. Don't forget to boost the channel ratings by liking and subscribing to the channel to boost this, so that way you can get more content and more powerful content. Now that we know that two types of people are most likely to betray you, let's try to delve a little deeper into the subject and expand our thinking on this. Number 2 on my list to cover in this video was to put persons into categories likely to betray you. We've established that only the people closest to you can betray you. Betrayal can only come, we've established that only the people closest to you that you trust can betray you. And betrayal can only come from your friends or your family or your enemies, as these are the people who should be, according to the Godfather rule, closest to you. Before they betray you, they have to get on your right side. They have to feel as if you trust them. So only people who you truly trust can betray you. I'm going to thrash out something I call the betrayal triangle. This is an analysis method I use to identify the people closest to me that will be most likely to betray me. There are 3 groups inside my betrayal triangle. This is group number 1, the impossibility group. Group number 2, least possible group. Group number 3, the highest risk group of people likely to betray me. Start with number 1. The impossibility group. Firstly, things don't betray people. Machines don't betray people. Things and machines let us down. They fail, but they don't leave us feeling betrayed. Only people betray us. So the first group in this list, which is the impossibility list, is material items. Next, if we follow the Godfather principle and only people close to us can betray us, we can exclude all the people that are not close to us. Now, people that are not close to us can hurt us, but they can rarely leave us feeling betrayed. There's a difference. So the 2 elements in the impossibility group are material things and people that are not close to you. So we've just narrowed the list down by nearly 7 billion people and maybe another few billion material items and machines that cannot leave us feeling betrayed. Number 2 was the least possible group of people to betray you. As we've established that only people who are close to you can betray you, and material items and people that are not close to you cannot betray you, there are only 2 groups of people that can betray you. Group 1 was your friends and family, and group 2 was your enemies. Let's start with group number 2, your enemies. These persons fit into my triangle of the least possible people to betray you. If you followed my early advice and mastered your dark side, I've created a video on this link, and I'll try to link it here with the cards. You can click on this in a minute. And your enemies should fear betraying you. Your enemy should know that working with you is better for his health and safety than working against you. Your enemy should know that you have the power to destroy. Your enemy should respect you as an adversary, and they will most likely want to pick an easier target to betray. Your enemy should rather profit from you and create with you rather than betray you. Number 3, the highest risk group of people likely to betray you. The remaining group of people left to betray you are close friends and family. You know, I like to turn to the scriptures as a baseline for guidance, and I share this with you. Turn to Matthew 10 verse 34 of the Bible. In reference to betrayal from our boy Jesus, the scripture states, "A man's enemies will be the members of his own household." Those of you in the cheap seats, I'll say it again. According to your boy Jay Weezy, a man's enemies will be the members of his own household. At the start of this video, I stated that the types of persons I will cover in my groups of people that I will help to identify who would be most likely to betray you inside the high risk group at the top of the triangle is friends and family, and your spouse, woman with who you share your most intimate settings with, and your closest family, which you know should be your children. I'm going to exclude these people from this group as I need another video to cover how to detect and navigate betrayal from your spouse and the people that are really really closest to you in your heart, which could be like your children. If we take good advice from the Bible and accept that a man's enemies will be the members of his own household, we should have now whittled down your list to about 1 to 10 people or 20 max. Further identify persons at the top of the triangle that possess the highest risk of betraying you. You have to analyze which of these people, if they were to betray you, would have the most to lose. Analyze if they betrayed you, what damage would it cause in your life? These could be the persons keeping a secret with you, for example. Not because they are close to you can they actually do long-lasting damage to you if they betrayed you. The two are mutually exclusive. So now we've narrowed down your list. It should be no more than 2 to 3 people. This is a more manageable list than simply monitoring everyone and everything around you. Now what to do? Once you narrow down this list of 1 to 3 people or 2 to 3 people that are not your spouse and not your children, but they're still actually close enough to you that they can betray you, now what to do? Well, I'll tell you, watch these people like a hawk. Watch them with the patience and preciseness of a sniper. Watch these people with the cold-blooded, emotionless eyes of a snake. A snake is wise. Don't think, that the snake represents betrayal. The snake represents wisdom. So you watch these people with the cold-blooded, emotionless eyes of a snake, and you never take your eyes off these people, because they're the people that can bring you to your demise and bring you to your knees. You also have to prepare. In times of peace, prepare for war, So you have to prepare for all-out war with these people. Start to train and master your dark side, because you're gonna need it to deal with betrayal from the highest risk category of people. If you wanna share some instances where you've been betrayed, please share these in the comment section below. I'm creating content to help you, but I can also learn from others too. So engage with me where possible and share the knowledge that you have. Hit the like button to boost the channel ratings and smash that subscribe button to be notified of powerful new content to promote success, well-being and financial freedom. Back to the script, I'm gonna hit you with my killer tip on detecting and managing betrayal in your life. And it's this: people can move between the risk categories. Just because they betray you doesn't mean you have to hate them or want to destroy them. Some people just need forgiveness. Today's friends can be tomorrow's enemies, and today's enemies can be tomorrow's friends. I can testify to this. I have some enemies of the past that are friends in my life now, and there are most certainly friends of my past that I wouldn't spit on them if they were on fire today. So life goes. Summarize this video. I introduced 2 concepts to you. Number 1, what types of people betray you? These were parceled into 2 groups of people close to you and people who are not close to you. I further broke down the 2 types of people with the highest ability to betray you into 3 smaller groups of people. These were, number 1, betrayal from a spouse, which I didn't cover in this video and I'll cover in a next video. Number 2, betrayal from your children, parents, brother or sister. I'll do a separate video on how to detect and manage betrayal from your children. But I covered number 3 extensively, which was betrayal from close friends, associates and enemies. We explored item 3 and I stated that I will create another video on the other items for children and spouse, and I'll deal with that in a rolling series of videos. Second high-level concept I explored was number 2, the betrayal triangle. This tool should be used to analyze and put persons into categories likely to betray you. I identified 3 groups and how to categorize them, and these were the impossibility group, least possible group, and number 3 was the highest risk group of people likely to betray you, and that should include your friends and your enemies, but I excluded your spouse and your children. Your spouse and your children will probably be the peak of that triangle. Remember, if you think this video will be useful to your friends and family, please don't hesitate to share it. After all, I create this content to help people, and you can help me and help others by simply sharing the video to like-minded people. I'm DoubleSix, I'm rich, wealthy, 6'2", black, red pill, Sigma man from South London. On this channel, I discuss money, cars, women and children. These are the topics that dominate all men's lives. I'm an authority on these topics, and I want to share my stories and expertise with you. Hit the like button to boost the channel ratings and smash that subscribe button to be notified of powerful new content. If you've got this far in the video, then I thank you, and just stay tuned for some rolling cards that I'll probably link to how to detect betrayal from your spouse and how to manage and detect betrayal from your children in another video. So I'll catch you on the next one. Little more.